gentlemen, boys and girls, this is GoGoEdLovelace reporting from the wide world of speed here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, deep in the heart of Wake Forest University baseball, Deacon Stadium. We're here with the one, the only Tom Walter, aka the Steve McQueen of baseball, and we're glad to be here, Coach.
Glad to be here, Go-Go. Always my pleasure, brother.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, Coach, this is our second go-round. We're in 3 seasons now, if I'm not mistaken, right? And we share with the public what we have going on with the Phewsioneering program and the Deacons.
Well, we have a lot going on. Ed has single-handedly transformed our program, not only from a speed standpoint, but from a fitness standpoint and from a health standpoint. We're a lot more injury-free than we've ever been. We used to deal with hamstring pulls and quad pulls, and we don't, knock on wood, we don't have any of that stuff anymore. So not only are we faster, but we're more fit and we're healthy.
Coach, stuff people wonder, and a lot of coaches have concern. Does this stuff get in the way of their agendas and what coaches would normally have going on with their programs? Could you share a little bit with that?
No, we incorporate it into practice every day. The first half an hour of our practice is this program, and we incorporate it not only with the pitchers, but with our position players. We just run it right into base running. So we'll take 30 minutes out of every practice to work on this, and it's our conditioning for the day. So for those coaches who have base running in one segment and conditioning in another segment, we just put those two things together, and it kills 2 birds with 1 stone, and right into the flow of practice.
Not only are we getting faster, are we minimalizing our injuries?
Without question. My first year here, before we started this program, we had 2 hamstring pulls and 2 quad pulls that year. We've had none of that since we've had Ed's program. We had one young man who went out this summer and had a little quad strain, but he got away from the program, truthfully. And once he got away from the program, that's when those legs started to seize up on him. He's got back into the program now, and he's healthy as a horse. Speed equals money.
Last interview we talked about numbers, stats, and facts. Let's zero in on one young man. We had Williamson. Mac Williamson is his name.
Yep.
Could you share his whole development and what it turned out to be and how it helped the program?
Mac Williamson was a pitcher when he got recruited to Wake Forest. He wasn't recruited by our coaching staff. He was recruited by the previous coaching staff. Came in as a pitcher. Had a season-ending injury his freshman year. Torn labrum, and he made the transition to be a position player. So his redshirt freshman year was our first year here. We turned him into an outfielder. Mac was a 7-2 runner that always had good power, but over the course of Ed's program, on Scout Day last November, he ran a 6.37 on Scout Day last November, and the bottom line is he made himself some money. And he turned himself, probably would have been maybe an 8th to 10th rounder, signed for maybe $100,000. Instead, he got drafted in the 3rd round, signed for $400,000. So
what team is that, Coach?
It's with the San Francisco Giants.
You heard it here first. We always say it. Speed is like finance. Either you make some, you lose it, or you gain it. In Mac Williams' case, he's made some. Phewsioneering. So, Coach, what does the future hold? Wake Forest, Speed. I know we don't like to give predictions, but what is your feeling about this season?
Well, we're excited about the season. I think we're going to be a faster team than we've been last year. We were a little more power-oriented team, and we still were second in the ACC in stolen bases. We stole over 80% of our bases, and each year we've done Ed's program, we've been over 80% in our stolen base attempts. We take out the pickoffs and the missed signs, we're well over 90%. When we get the sign right and we go, we're well over 90%. Not only the speed part of it, but Ed's one-turn pivot that he talks about is, he's taken an Olympic sprinter start and turned it into a base runner start. So it's worked for our guys, and our guys we time our guys every day. They run 5, they do 5 stolen bases that we put on the watch. So our guys know their times. They know the pitcher's times, they know the catcher's times, and when the numbers add up, they go. When they don't add up, they don't go.
But not only is it monitorable, you're getting real empirical information that you can run numbers on and kind of project performance. Is that safe to say?
Absolutely. Baseball is all numbers, whether it's the radar gun, the pitcher's velocity, or the pitcher's time to home plate, or the base runner's time to second base. It's all numbers. And so everything we do on the watch, and Ed is really the one that incorporated that into our way of thinking, because everything he does is on the watch, and you have goals for your program, and as you break through those goals, you set new goals. So the goal is to always get incrementally better every day. That's what we thought.
Wake Forest 2013 season, if you had a message to say for all the young men who aspire to play big-time D1 baseball, whether it's the ACC, Pac-12, give them a little Tom Walter freaky dust information so they go, you know what, I'm focused, I'm tracking right, and I'm going to get my shot. What would that be, Coach?
Well, there's two things you have to do. First and foremost, you got to put the work in. There's no substitute for that. In our sport, I tell recruits all the time, in the sport of basketball and football, day one, you either had the ability to be an NBA player or you didn't. But in Major League Baseball, you see guys, average athleticism playing in the big leagues all the time because of the work ethic, because of the repetition, because of the dedication. In our sport, you can make a difference with your work ethic. And the second thing is, you got to be an athlete now. Major League Baseball is not just U.S. anymore. There's 40% of all Major League Baseball players are foreign born. So you're competing against the world. So it's not good enough to be better than the people in your league. You got to be better than the people in the world. In order to do that, you got to be athletic. You got to be fast.
Fantastic. Phew is a universal sound of speed. This is Phewsioneering. We're engineers of speed. We're putting it all together here at Wake Forest University baseball program. And our coach, we always like to sign off, and our best, Phewsioneering y'all. If you would be so kind as to give us a Phewsioneering y'all.
Phewsioneering y'all.
Phewsioneering y'all. Go tell your mama.
It's Phewsioneering y'all.